Maya's fingers traced circles on the car window as she watched Willow Creek materialize through the morning fog. Her mother, Linda, gripped the steering wheel tighter, both women sensing the weight of eyes following their U-Haul truck down Main Street. They'd moved hoping for a fresh start, but the Confederate flags hanging from storefronts told a different story. "Remember what we talked about?" Linda whispered, parking in front of their modest rental home. "Head high always." The neighbors didn't wave back when Maya helped unload boxes. Instead, curtains twitched and phones emerged to capture their arrival. Maya caught fragments of whispered conversations, those people and property values. Her first day at Willow Creek High felt like navigating a minefield. Students parted in the hallways, not out of respect but disgust. In chemistry, her lab partner Tyler deliberately knocked over their experiment, snickering, "Guess you're not good with precise measurements." The teacher simply assigned Maya detention for the mess. Only Sarah, a quiet girl with kind eyes, offered connection. During lunch, she joined Maya's empty table, sharing her sandwich and stories about the town's complex dynamics. "You should meet Reverend Tom," Sarah suggested. "He's different from the others. He's been trying to change things around here." That evening, Maya found racist slurs spray-painted on their garage door. Linda's hands shook as she scrubbed the letters away, but her voice remained steady. "We won't let them win." Maya helped, her muscles aching, determination building with each stroke. This wasn't just about removing paint. It was about claiming their right to exist in this space. Reverend Tom's church stood pristine against Willow Creek's dusty landscape, its white walls almost glowing in the Sunday morning light. Maya noticed how he personally greeted each arrival, his handshake lingering longer with certain young congregants. His smile carried warmth, but something lurked beneath, a hunger she couldn't quite name. During service, his charisma filled every corner. "God's love knows no color," he proclaimed, making deliberate eye contact with Maya. "Our doors are open to all." The congregation nodded, seemingly transformed by his words, though Maya noticed some of the same faces that had sneered at her in town. After service, Tom invited Maya to his office. The room felt smaller than it should, his desk dominating the space. "I've heard about your struggles," he said, leaning forward. "I can help you belong here. There's a special blessing, a private ceremony, that could open doors for you." Sarah had warned her that Tom's blessings were his way of gaining control, but Maya's desperation for acceptance warred with her instincts. When he touched her shoulder, suggesting they meet alone next Sunday, alarm bells rang louder than his promises. Through careful questions at school, Maya learned about other girls who'd received Tom's special attention. Some had left town abruptly. Others stayed but carried shadows in their eyes. The town's silence around these disappearances spoke volumes. Tom's influence extended beyond his pulpit. He controlled the town council, local businesses, and even the police chief called him Sir. His sermons increasingly focused on obedience and submission, especially regarding new elements in their community. Jamal's coffee shop became Maya's sanctuary. Hidden behind the town's main strip, Wake Up served as more than just a cafe. Between its mismatched furniture and jazz music, people spoke freely about Willow Creek's dark underbelly. "Tom's been running this game for years," Jamal explained, sliding Maya a hot chocolate. A former journalist, he'd been investigating the Reverend since arriving 3 years ago. But people are starting to wake up. Maya met others. Jessica, who'd fled Tom's counseling sessions. Marcus, whose family business suffered mysterious vandalism after refusing to donate to the church. Elena, whose college scholarship mysteriously vanished after rejecting Tom's advances. They gathered weekly, sharing stories and building strength. Maya learned about documentation, about creating paper trails. Her phone became a weapon, recording every interaction with Tom's supporters. Social media posts captured the daily microaggressions, building a digital archive of discrimination. Sarah eventually joined their meetings, bringing church documents that revealed financial irregularities. The blessing ceremonies appeared in the books as private counseling donations, with significant sums disappearing into offshore accounts. Linda noticed the change in her daughter. Maya walked taller, spoke more confidently. When neighborhood kids threw rocks at their windows, Maya organized a community cleanup day instead of hiding. Several neighbors, touched by her response to hatred, began nodding hello. Sunday arrived heavy with anticipation. Maya sat in her usual pew, heart pounding beneath her pressed dress. Tom's sermon about wolves in sheep's clothing felt pointed, his eyes repeatedly finding hers in the congregation. When he called for testimonials, Maya stood. The microphone felt cold in her hands. "I want to talk about blessings," she began, her voice steady despite the trembling in her knees. "About the kind that come with conditions and secrets." The church fell silent. Tom's smile froze as Maya described his pattern of manipulation, the private meetings, the missing girls. She played recordings from her phone, his suggestive comments, the threats veiled as spiritual guidance. Chaos erupted. Some stormed out. Others shouted accusations. Tom tried taking the microphone, but Sarah blocked his path. "She's telling the truth," Sarah announced, producing financial records. More voices joined, years of silence breaking like a dam. Mrs. Peterson, a church elder, revealed how Tom had pressured her granddaughter until she left town. The youth minister admitted to destroying evidence of complaints. Each confession emboldened others, the truth cascading through the sanctuary. Tom's composure cracked. His attempts to dismiss Maya as troubled fell flat as more witnesses came forward. When he tried leaving, Jamal stood blocking the door, live streaming everything on social media. The story exploded beyond Willow Creek's borders. News vans lined Main Street, reporters hunting for interviews. Maya's phone footage went viral, sparking discussions about religious manipulation and racial discrimination nationwide. Tom's empire crumbled rapidly. Church attendance plummeted as investigations revealed decades of misconduct. The town council, facing public pressure, launched an audit. Local police, no longer under Tom's influence, began investigating disappeared girls. But transformation ran deeper than scandal. Maya's stand inspired others to confront their own complicity. The high school principal publicly apologized for ignoring discrimination. Business owners who'd followed Tom's boycotts now actively welcomed diverse customers. Jamal's Cafe became unofficial headquarters for community healing. Former church members met with Tom's victims, listening and learning. Youth groups organized diversity workshops. Even Tyler, Maya's former lab partner, asked to join their meetings. Linda watched her daughter navigate interviews with grace, speaking truth without seeking revenge. "Sometimes standing up means making space for others to stand with you," Maya told a reporter, crediting the community that supported her. The town's Confederate flags came down, replaced by banners promoting unity. When Maya organized a memorial for Tom's victims, hundreds attended, including faces she'd never expected to see supporting change.